Hi there guys, welcome to Let's Discuss. I need to get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way before we start into the video. Thanks for all the support guys, it really means a lot. I've gotten so many views on my last Call of Duty video, it did insanely well. I got a good couple subscribers from it too. Just remember to subscribe for me you guys, because with your all subscriptions and everything else, it helps me get better content out to you guys and more frequently. I've been busy with work, so that's why it's been a minute since my last video. Like I said, I apologize for that. I want to do my best to get content out to you guys. If you guys hear noises at all in the background, they are working on the apartment behind me, so I apologize for that. I want to roll a couple of topics into one video because of that Modern Warfare Pro video I said I'd have to you guys like a couple weeks ago. I never got around to it, and I want to apologize for that because when I tell you guys an ETA on a video, I want to get it out at that point. You know, I shouldn't have to tell you I'll have it out the next day and not have it out and have to apologize in another video. Not to mention there is a lot of, well, I wouldn't say horrible news, but not great news coming out, so I've been more reluctant to make that video about the pros. There has been some news, and not a whole lot of it good news, guys. I was looking forward to making a video discussing the campaign, the multiplayer, the spec ops, depending on what it was they were going to show off at E3. However, the only thing that was shown off at E3 were a couple of hand-picked and polished up multiplayer screenshots, and not the kind of screenshots you're thinking of. HUD, guns, operators, that kind of thing. It was more of like a zoomed out look at someone laying in grass, pretty much. They did have a sit down with Jeff Keighley. He's the guy who did the Video Game Awards, where they talked about a few things. Huge emphasis on talk, because oh my goodness, there's a whole lot of talking and barely any showing. Like I said, this 2 screenshots was pretty much it. They showed off some character screenshots, like Captain Price and your main characters, that kind of thing. They gave a little bit of information about them that we maybe didn't know, but we could probably guess is your standard run-of-the-mill Call of Duty stuff. Like your freedom fighter is Alex, which he's in the CIA, which I thought was hilarious because Black Ops 1, had Alex Mason, who was in the CIA. No, they're not doing the numbers thing, I wouldn't imagine. Your main guy with Captain Price, they said that he's wanting to do more. And listening to that and looking at the trailer where he's the guy who leans past the car and shoots, he's in like the crossing guard uniform, makes me think that he was a cop and he wanted to do more. So Price is like, hey, come with me, man, we'll fuck up some of these guys and we'll do some good shit together. So something I really want to touch on was crossplay. Crossplay's been a big thing. Oh man, they got crossplay, and we're gonna be able to play with Xbox, and it shows better, and that kind of stuff. So, when asked directly about crossplay during a Twitch stream at E3 2019, Joe Imsley, I hope I said that right, I don't mean to butcher your name, man, said that he should clarify that crossplay is still being ironed out, which means they're still trying to figure it out and work on it. So crossplay may not even be in the game at launch. Which, if we're going by Black Ops 4, if we're going by that model, a lot of shit's not going to be in the game at launch. Which, Infinity Ward has been cagey about crossplay, not really confirming or denying if you can play cross-console, or even cross-PC after hearing it's still being ironed out. They've just been letting the community hype up the crossplay without even knowing if it was viable. As history shows, Sony is a stubborn party when it comes to crossplay. Having that feature, in their games, I think it's Rocket League and Fortnite are the only that can do it right now. Not even Minecraft's there yet. So imagine that big old leap to Call of Duty. I'm hyped for it. I think it'd be cool. So that brings up the argument I want to talk about the exclusive content when it comes to Sony. Now, whether exclusive content has been confirmed for Sony's platform. Now, whether that's, I don't know if they confirmed it was a week, like in Black Ops 4, like a month in Call of Duty World War 2. Fuck, it could even be a second, a day. Especially if they're trying to do crossplay. So how's that going to work, with crossplay, with early access content? If PlayStation gets a map early, you're going to have to be stuck in PlayStation-only lobbies, until that day, that month, that week's over. Especially when it comes to guns, are you going to be able to still play with Xbox and PC with an overpowered gun? That seems kind of unfair. The Xbox is going to have an unfair advantage when it comes to you getting your early access weapons. So Something else worth mentioning is in the same Twitch interview, Joel said that they were still in pre-alpha at this point. Now it's very, very important, guys, to clarify that he may have been talking about the crossplay feature, as he said that pretty soon after he had talked about crossplay. And after watching the interview myself, it seems to be the case. However, with how little they have been showing off to the public, it seems very plausible that this game, like Black Ops 4, may be unfinished on launch. Now, it's a lot of dread and bad news concerning Modern Warfare, but there are some things I am actually pretty excited about that, they got me interested. It's very important to preface this section with the fact that this Joel Emsley seems like the Todd Howard of Call of Duty. Now, if you know who Todd Howard is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. 16 times the detail. He's very energetic and excited, which isn't inherently a bad thing. But when you're excited about something, you're very passionate about it, you tend to hype it up above what it actually is. I mean, just take a look at Sean Murray and No Man's Sky. He said a lot of stuff that wasn't in the game. It's in there now, but, like I said, another video for another day. It sounded like a lot of what he says may be embellished or downright made up. It's happened before with plenty of games, like I said, No Man's Sky, Fallout 76. So make sure you take this section of me, what I'm excited for, with a grain of salt, because it's a lot of what they've been talking about and this guy's been talking about. So, especially if the game is in fact still in pre-alpha 4 months out. So Joel was talking a little bit about the multiplayer during the sit down with Jeff when they put up a screenshot, of the gillied up sniper I was talking about a second ago. And he said that if you want to play as a sniper hiding in the bushes shooting at people as they drive by, you can. Now, drive by is what he said. I am saying that with the fact that I think it was on Twitter they confirmed bullet drop was a thing. Has me excited for hopefully pretty sizable maps. Now, we ain't gonna have, big ass Battlefield style maps. But, bigger maps with vehicles and play different roles would be pretty sweet. Then again, that's my ideal version of Call of Duty. Everybody has their ideal version. Small maps, tight corridors, 3 lanes, twitch shooter. Some people want more role-based stuff. So, in my opinion, I'm pretty excited about it. Another thing they confirmed that has me pretty excited is that all 3 modes, campaign, multiplayer, and spec ops, all use the same ballistic model, damage models, etc. So that no matter what mode you jump into, you'll be immediately familiar with how things work, which, you should. It's a Call of Duty game, unless they really are shaking up the formula that much. As far as I know, they haven't given an ETA on when they will be sharing gameplay with the public, aside from summer. Game reveals coming in summer. So probably next month or the month after that. Which I don't know, they haven't said nothing about a beta, so things are probably going to be moving pretty quickly. It's important to note that certain favorable YouTubers have seen gameplay behind closed doors at E3. And I don't know if that's the same footage they showed him already a while back, or if this is new stuff. In the interview, Jeff Keighley mentioned that if he could talk about multiplayer, he would. Which sounds like he has seen it. If he has, I imagine other people have too. Like I said, those YouTubers. So last thing here before we wrap up, you all, Joel Emsley has been talking about the new engine. Now he's used the words new engine, and it seems Charlie Intel calls it a new engine. Everywhere I find calls it a new engine. What I heard was it wasn't a new engine, but they had been working on the actual engine they use. Now, I can't confirm that, obviously, and it sounded like it is a new engine, so I just wanted to clarify that. They talked about motion capture, so a little confusion here. They were talking about how they didn't have that, and now they can finally do motion capture, which they had in Advanced Warfare. So the thing that I'm thinking is that they were talking about back in 2007 when they dropped the first Modern Warfare, they didn't have motion capture. So they can actually go ahead and do it. With this one, they talked a little bit about the characters are the characters now. You know what I mean? That, Captain Price looks like his voice actor instead of this is him, what he looks like, and then they have that voice actor. So, whenever they do end up dropping that gameplay reveal, I'll cover it. I'll try to be on here as soon as I can, depending on how scheduling works out and everything else. And I would appreciate you guys showing up and listening to it. That should wrap it up for about now. Oh, look at that. I hit the 10-minute mark. Not monetized yet, so it doesn't matter. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like it, obviously. If you hated the video, drop a dislike for me. And if you don't mind, let me know what I did wrong so I can get better for you guys, put out some better content. Subscribe, hit the bell, yada, yada, yada. All those hoops we got to jump through.